Chosen one. Stop. Not slowly, not casually. Stop now. Do not scroll. Do not multitask. Do not let your mind wander. Take one breath. Hold it. Release it. Do you notice what just happened? The air feels heavier. The noise inside you softened. Something in your chest shifted without asking permission. That is not imagination. That is not emotion. That is a spiritual pause. This moment is not ordinary. This message is not filler. This timing is not coincidence. God just stepped into your timeline and said, "This part is not meant to be shared. This part is not meant to be rushed. This part is not meant to be watched with noise around you." That is why he said, "Watch this alone." Right now, because what he is about to speak cannot survive interruption. Chosen one, listen carefully. God does not isolate people randomly. He separates them strategically. When a message is fragile, it is whispered. When a moment is sacred, it is guarded. When a transition is delicate, it is protected. God pulled you out of the noise because the next words cannot pass through fear, old wounds, people's opinions, emotional residue, pressure to explain yourself. This message requires clarity, not reaction. And heaven knew if you stayed in the noise 1 second longer, you might have responded from the wrong place. Someone has been testing your spirit lately, not accidentally, not unknowingly. They have been pushing subtle buttons, reopening old conversations, mentioning things they know affect you, inviting reactions instead of understanding. And God said, "Enough," not because you are weak, but because what you are becoming is fragile right now. Not fragile in strength, but fragile in formation, and formation must be protected. Hear this slowly. God did not bring you here to comfort you. He brought you here to preserve you. There are moments when one sentence spoken in emotion can undo months of obedience. One reaction can reopen doors God already closed. One explanation can give access to people who no longer have clearance. So God stopped you, not to silence you forever, but to protect your next level. That is why your thoughts have felt crowded lately, why your patience has been tested repeatedly, why old wounds have been brushed unexpectedly. The enemy doesn't attack randomly. He attacks during transition, because if he cannot destroy you, he will try to provoke you. Chosen one. Let's name what you have been feeling. You don't feel like explaining yourself anymore. You don't feel like defending your intentions. You don't feel pulled into conversations that go nowhere. You don't feel energized by environments that once felt normal. And part of you wondered, what is wrong with me? Nothing. You are outgrowing emotional chaos. God is upgrading your emotional posture. Where you once reacted, you now pause. Where you once defended, you now discern. Where you once explained, you now observe. That is not withdrawal. That is wisdom installing itself. Pay attention to this. Your energy feels limited, precious, guarded. That is because God marked this season as untouchable. You are in a spiritual quarantine. Not because you are sick, but because you are becoming dangerous to the enemy. One wrong reaction could delay you. One right response, silence, could accelerate everything. This is not a season to prove who you are. This is a season to protect who you are becoming. Let's speak truth. Some people are uneasy around you now, not because you did something wrong, but because you stopped being predictable. Your peace unsettles their chaos. Your silence exposes their noise. Your boundaries confront their axis. They try to bring up the old you. They reference who you used to be. They poke wounds that no longer bleed. Why? Because they are hoping you will react so they can feel familiar again. But heaven is saying, do not resurrect what I buried. You are not that version anymore. This is important. Silence is not avoidance. It is strategy. Calm is not weakness. It is authority. Stillness is not passivity. It is obedience. Every time you don't react, a pattern breaks, a trap collapses, an assignment fails. The enemy expected panic, he expected defense, he expected explanation. Instead, you stayed anchored. And that confused him, chosen one. You are standing between who you were and who God is unveiling. And this space is dangerous, because both heaven and hell are paying attention. God is shaping discernment in you. Not just blessings, not just opportunities. Discernment. The ability to feel what is off without proof. The ability to walk away without closure. The ability to trust silence over noise. This is preparation for instruction, because what is coming next is direction. And direction must be received without contamination. God is about to expose motives, reveal intentions, uncover hidden resistance, shift relationships, confirm paths, but he needs your spirit clear, not defending, not overthinking, not emotionally hijacked. Focused, you will not need to speak. You will not need to confront. You will not need to reveal anything. God will do it. What you endured privately, he will address publicly. What confused you silently, he will clarify openly. What hurt you deeply, he will redeem completely, but only if you stay still. Chosen one, stay calm, stay quiet, stay aligned, not forever, just for now. Your next move is sacred. Your next season is sensitive. Your next assignment is heavy with purpose. Let God finish what he started. If this message felt like it was meant only for you, that wasn't coincidence. That was confirmation. Take a breath and stay close, because heaven is not done speaking yet. Chosen one, before you leave this moment, don't rush away from what just touched your spirit. If something in you grew quiet, if your heart felt seen without explanation, if peace settled where noise used to live, that wasn't emotion. That was God drawing near. Right now, make a simple, sacred response. Type Amen in the comments. Not for visibility, not for habit, but as a quiet whisper to heaven that you heard him and you are willing to stay still, stay aligned, and stay obedient. If this message felt personal, if it felt like it was meant to be heard alone, subscribe so you don't miss the moments when God speaks softly, but changes everything. And if someone came to your heart while listening, someone who has been overwhelmed, provoked, or spiritually tired, share this with them. This may be the calm their soul has been praying for. Remember this, chosen one, your silence is not weakness, your peace is not delay, your stillness is obedience. Stay close. He is not finished yet.